forgot my pencil. Oh my god. Alright, what's going on, everybody? So, Happy New Year, 2020. I feel like 2019 went by just in a blur, but in any event, I don't know, let me know in the comments if you feel like 2019 went by much slower for you than it did for me, but it seemed like it just ran by for me. Not that that's a bad thing either, but I enjoyed 2019. What I'm currently working on right now is got a bit of a commission that I'm working on. I'm doing some logo designs, which is cool. I have no idea where I'm looking, if I'm even looking in the camera or not right now, but got some logo designs that I'm doing. Pretty interesting. The premise behind what I'm doing and how I'm going about it is pretty fun, but I've already come to a realization, because there's a lot that I have going on right now, especially as far as my webcomic is concerned, and a lot of what I'm doing with my webcomic has nothing to do with me actually sitting down, drawing pages, and coloring my webcomic. So there's a lot happening right now. We're only the second week into 2020, and I came to a realization already that I am not going to be doing a lot of side commissions this year. Already this is a bit much. I'm starting off the year extremely busy, and some of what's taking up my time is stuff that isn't necessarily for me. I find myself doing side projects for money, and that's pretty much the only reason. I'm not really getting anything out of this, and I'm not doing that a bunch in 2020. Like, my main goal for this year is just enjoying the year and being happy. So if I find enjoyment out of it, I'm doing it, and if I don't, it's stopping. That is my approach to 2020. It was kind of my approach to 2019 as well, just didn't do enough of it, I guess. But yeah, I keep pausing because it's like I'm really trying to focus on these designs that I'm doing. And I don't know what I'll actually have running on the screen while I'm doing this painting, because I mean painting, oh my god. While I'm doing these logos, I've actually done quite a few paintings recently, but I haven't shown them on the channel yet, because I just like have a bunch saved and I haven't shown anything just yet, including the painting of the Shao Kahn drawing, the Shao Kahn what do you call it? His throne room, the Shao Kahn Palace from Mortal Kombat 3. That I'm really, I'm not finished with it, because I actually had to do that in stages. I hit the cord on my laptop is on its last legs. I hit the cord on my laptop, and it's a very weak power cord. As soon as I hit the cord, the whole thing just, everything shut down, and of course I didn't have anything saved, so I needed to start over again. And I think I got a lot of the colors and stuff blocked in, and I sort of stopped there. So I'll finish that. What else do I have going on? Like I said, most of the stuff is having to pertain to my webcomic. My comic, I need to stop calling it a webcomic, but most of my stuff is pertaining to my comic. And other than that, I'm working on this commission, and Like I said, this isn't bad, but I'm already of the mindset that I'm not going to be doing like I did last year and in 2018, where people offer me side projects and I just go, "Oh, I need the money, I'll take them." It's like, nah. Um, I got other stuff that I'm working on and trying to do, and the commissions, even though they're paying me, they're kind of in the way as well. It's like it's temporary money, but I don't know. Maybe I think weird, but it's like if the other stuff I'm trying to do with my comic can potentially make me more money, then it's like the little commissions that I'm getting here and there aren't really worth it. If that makes any sense. Then again, I could also be dead wrong, but I don't know. My choice to make, I guess. But I'm not doing a whole bunch of these side commissions in 2019. I'm just not. Because instead of doing these designs right now, I could be using this time actually working on my comic. Speaking of which, I'm actually going to be. I have a link to Infinite Uppercut in my description. Depending on the time that you watch this video, you may see one of three things. You may see Infinite Uppercut in its previous form, and it should be what was chapter 1 of Infinite Uppercut. You may see that. You'll know that it's that because it will be panels of a comic on a black background when you look at the pages. So if you click in the link in my description, you can actually see that. Or you will see nothing because I've deleted all of that. Or you will see a different layout of Infinite Uppercut with the panels for my comic on a white background, because I've had to make some changes to the comic and I'm also re-uploading it, and I'm re-uploading it much slower than I have in the past. And I'm also setting it up to where I can re-upload it slowly and it's just going on its own and I don't have to worry about it. So because I actually have a plan, because like I said, I had to edit chapter 1 of Infinite Uppercut and I had to change some things. And after I made said changes, I also set up the comic for print, which you can't buy physical copies of Infinite Uppercut just yet, but they're coming. I'll actually have those. It should take me about 2 months because I have a physical copy. Where I'm getting it printed from with Kablam, I actually did a video before about how amazing Kablam is and how I love working with them. But the way that they operate is you have to actually buy a print of your own copy first, make sure it looks right, everything feels okay, it's the way that you want it out to be. You have to pay for the first copy, and then once you pay for that and everything's the way you want it to be, you could go ahead on their Indie Planet shop that they also have like set up with it, and you can sell either physical copies or digital downloads there. And I plan on having digital downloads there and in a few other places. But yeah, that's what's going on with Infinite Uppercut right now. Just a few of the things going on with Infinite Uppercut, I should say. Because something else that I've had going on with the comic. Sorry for pausing so much, but like I said, I'm talking and trying to draw these in at the same time. But one thing that I noticed with Infinite Uppercut, and I actually had a problem with the way that it looked, but I wasn't going to do like I did with Shadow Assassins, because it's not the same thing with my first webcomic that I did, which for those that don't know, it is called Shadow Assassins. I don't have the same problem where I look back at the original pages of like chapters 1 and 2 of Shadow Assassins, and the quality was just absolute garbage, and it didn't even look remotely close to how I had in my mind. So I decided to just pause on Shadow Assassins and come back to it a later date, and I'm honestly restarting that from scratch when I do get back to it. But I put my focus towards Infinite Uppercut so that I'm not burning myself out working on 2 comics at the same time. But Infinite Uppercut looks how I want it to look, but something about the quality of it something about the comic was off to me, and I couldn't figure out why. And I noticed what it was when I worked on Infinite Uppercut. When I worked on Shadow Assassins, I originally had Shadow Assassins on like the background of the panels, like the actual pages themselves were black, and then the panels were filled in with colors. If I just looked up, it's because I just see like car lights and cars passing, like I'm seeing the reflections on like the doors going past. It's driving me crazy. But I lose my mind in this house sometimes. But in any event, I had the comics and the panels on black background. And originally I had it on a white background. It was a white background for my comic, but Shadow Assassins there are funny moments in it, I guess, but it's a more serious type of comic, and it lost a bit of that on a white background. So I changed it to a black background, and it changed the whole mood of my comic, and I love that. But because it worked so well, I started doing all of the rest of my comics on black backgrounds, including Infinite Uppercut, and Infinite Uppercut didn't sit well with me. And it's because it made the comic darker. It didn't pop as much. It wasn't as vibrant and as alive as I wanted it to look like. And considering that Infinite Uppercut is a joke of a comic to begin with, absolutely nothing in the comic is done seriously. It's basically a gigantic parody of fighting video games, and in a lesser extent shonen manga in general. It didn't look right on a black background, and I ended up by mistake actually switching it to a white background, and when I saw how those pages looked, they popped to me, and it actually, what I was going for with the comic is resonating a lot more, so I feel a lot better about it. But as a result, I had to go back to all 72 pages of chapter 1 and change them to a white background. So that's why I know about like 2 months ago I said I would have Infinite Uppercut ready for print. That's sort of what helped to take a lot of the time. And I was doing that while simultaneously not trying to not work on the comic itself, so I'm still doing new pages while also changing the color of the background. Which reminds me, I need to change the color of pages for chapter 2. Damn it. Anyways, also in a nice twist of things to let you know what I've been up to for the past couple of weeks, because it's been a while since I did this update. I had to go through all 480 some odd videos that I have here on YouTube and make them COPPA compliant. So that was the other thing that I worked on. I had to basically mark them as for kids and not for kids. That has been an ordeal. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be, just very time consuming. I actually take that back. What I found interesting was, this is completely off topic at this point, but I use TubeBuddy, and TubeBuddy has a feature that actually check your channel to see what probably is or isn't kid friendly, or what should be marked for kids or what shouldn't be. And I did a sweep of my entire channel, and it told me, we don't know. So I had to manually go through one by one and just use my own judgment and try to figure this out for myself. Like I said, it took a while, but that's done. Hopefully I'm compliant and everything's okay. If I'm not, I'm sure I hear from the federal government at some point. But it's not all bad though. I'm not trying to break the law or anything. So even if they did contact me, everything should be okay. But in any event, Um, I'm about to start babbling, so I'm pretty much gonna end the video here and get finished on these sketches. I actually will try to get some more paintings because it's been a while since I've posted just a regular speed painting. So I might have one later on this week. I honestly don't know what content I'm gonna have because I'm working on quite a few things and I just have random stuff recorded to show of my artwork. So hopefully I can get a couple speed paintings in. If not, I'll have stuff to show you guys on this channel. As of right now, I don't know what it's gonna be though, so we'll see. In the meantime though, you all have a good one, and I'm out.